Hello. This is now the start of Unit 3 of this course. This unit will tackle some specific issues in science, technology, and society. The first issue is on the information age, and this topic will be divided into 2 lessons. This video presentation will present the first lesson, which is on the development of the information age. I'm a text-to-speech program, and I will be presenting the lesson on behalf of Dr. Jonathan Monigo. The development of the information age led to what we have today, online and social media. And this progress will further fuel useful technologies in the future. Before looking to the future, let's go back to the past. Which of these old technologies can you recognize? This is a clock. This is a compass. And this is a calendar. Nowadays, these technologies are just simple functions of a smartphone. How about these? This is a photocopier, a printing press, and a typewriter. Your parents, or your grandparents, may have used these for their school projects and assignments. In your case, you will already be using a laptop and a multifunction printer. These new technologies can do more than a typewriter or a photocopier. How about this one? This is a CRT television. This is now obsolete technology. And nowadays, homes have smart TVs. This technology has the function of a TV but offers additional smart features. I'm showing you these because these are just some impacts due to the development of the information age. Before we go to how the information age came to be, let's first look at what information is. Information comes from the Latin word, informare, which means to give form, shape, or meaning to something. The main purpose of information is communication. If it's not conveyed to someone or something, then information loses its purpose. Information can convey a representation of our reality. For instance, this is a symbol, which represents information. The structure of information usually involves 3 essential attributes: agent, sign, and thing. The agent is the one interpreting the thing, which is then represented by the sign. In this picture, the man is the agent. And the sign informs him that he can no longer go any further, since it's a dead end. There are many ways of categorizing different information eras. If based on the difficulty of access and distribution of information, then we can revolve around the invention of the printing press. The printing press allowed the mass distribution of information. It was a German craftsman by the name of Johannes Gutenberg who invented the printing press. Before its invention, information is hard to replicate and distribute. We can then call this era the pre-Gutenberg era. In this age, information is mostly transmitted by word of mouth. And also, only the elite has access to information, since they're the ones with the power and wealth to do so. Most books in this era are handwritten. The scenario changed upon the invention of the printing press. We call this period the Gutenberg era. Suddenly, one can mass-produce information such as books. But the cost is expensive. This era birthed the rise of information mediation institutions. These are businesses that use information as a currency, such as news, banks, and music industries. These institutions produce what we call traditional media. Books, newspapers, music CDs, radio, and TV news are just some examples of traditional media. With the invention of the modern computer and the development of the Internet in the 1980s, the post-Gutenberg era began. We also regard this as the start of the information age. Mass distribution became easier, and access to information became somewhat free. This era also marks the rise of social media, which provides more advantages as compared to traditional media. With the rise of social networks and crowdsourcing, traditional media became less necessary. The information age has led to new advances in science and technology. Research advances in physics, chemistry, and biology led to the betterment of our daily lives. These advances further enhance our current technology. Soon, everyone will be using driverless cars and exploring virtual and augmented realities. However, not all impacts of the information age are positive. Due to the advances in technology, we now become too dependent on it. Some of you may even think that it's the end of your life when there's no internet connection. In general society, on the other hand, the information age has brought convenience and efficiency in our daily tasks. We can easily communicate with anyone in the world through social media. However, many of us are already addicted to social media apps. We will discuss more social media issues in the next lesson. So, based on your experience, what are the impacts of the information age to science, technology, and society?